it's a brief summary of it. I'm going to work with Gabriele, but before, I'd like to thank Gabriele both for the collaboration and for the friendship. So thank you, Gabriele, and happy birthday. And this is a nice photo that I like. It's when Gabriele came to Swansea University and was awarded the honorary doctorate. It's too bad you cannot keep the gown and walk with it in CERN. Nice gown costume of Swansea University. So happy birthday, Gabriele, and let's talk about physics a bit. So during 2003 and 2014, we had a collaboration, very nice collaboration, together with Misha Schiffman and Graham Shore. And what we worked on planar equivalence. In short, a planar equivalence is a Lagrange relation. I will speak on more detail the next page. Between a non-supersymmetric version of QCD, and a supersymmetric theory, super-Yang-Mills, and the goal is to estimate non-perturbative quantities in real QCD. So, and it was very stimulated, fruitful, and also fun. And so, what was the idea? So let me mention in brief the physics. Sorry for being a bit technical. So the claim was that if we go to the larger limit, in a certain well-defined sector, SUN Yang-Mills theory, starting with one Dirac fermion in the two-index antisymmetric representation, becomes equivalent to SUN n equal 1 super Yang-Mills. Now, how can it be? It's one theory is supersymmetric and the other is non-supersymmetric. The equivalence is really in a sector of the theory. So it's a non-trivial statement. The first theory, the non-supersymmetric theory, has a spectrum of color singlets, a bosonic spectrum. Whereas the other theory is supersymmetric, so both, let's say, blue balls and blue bolinos, whereas the first theory has just blue balls. So the statement, for example, is that the blue ball spectrum is the same. And that's interesting, but since we don't know the blue ball spectrum in n equal 1 super Yang-Mills, we are not even sure 100% that we have confinement. I mean, we don't have proof. It's interesting, but it doesn't help much. What we know about n equal 1 super Yang-Mills is the thing we can calculate, and it was calculated by Gabriele and others in the 80s, is the value of the Bluino condensate. So, since we know in n equal 1 super Yang-Mills the value of the Bluino condensate, we can use it to copy to larger QCD. So we can estimate the value of the quark condensate in QCD with one flavor, and that was one of the first things we did together. Immediately, we exploited this relation to calculate the value of the quark condensate in QCD with one flavor. But then later on, and that's the graph that I showed here, we extended it to array QCD to 2 flavors, 3 flavors, number of colors equals 3, so really array QCD with 3 colors, 2 or 3 flavors. And of course we needed to assume something about one of our corrections, because NC equals 3 is not infinity. But with some mild assumptions, which is this value of k, the central value is normalized to be 1, we see that our estimate is in quite good agreement, even remarkable agreement with the lattice. So we were very happy. This is the work with the relationship on a branch. So that's physics, and let me just conclude with some list of nice papers, nice collaboration that started in 2003, and the last paper was published in 2015. So thank you very much, Gabriele, for the collaboration.
Thank you very much. And the next speaker is Giancarlo Rossi. I should ask the speaker to please try to remain within 5 minutes, because